Welcome to this tutorial video, which is one of a series designed to give you a basic overview of our new members area. In this first video, I'll be leading you through how to find the site, log in, and the options available on the home page. So, to log in, you need to select the members area button, which is in the footer of our website integralalliance.org here. Alternatively, you can always type in the actual web address, which is members.integralalliance.org, but if you choose to do that, do remember to take out the www from the start of the address. So that takes you to this login page for the members area. Once you're here, you need to select sign in with Google, not sign in with Caspio. If you try and enter your Google credentials here, it's not going to work. Now, the format for signing in with Google is always your first initial followed by a dot and then followed by your surname and then @integraldr.org. So you can see that in my case, it's r.warren-hayes@integraldr.org. You should have received an email from me in the last couple of weeks confirming your username and password, but if you do need help remembering what that is, just reach out to me and I'll be really happy to remind you. Once you log in to the members area using this sign in with Google button, it's also logging you into the IntegralDR Google account, and that means that when the members area directs you to a Google document, you're already logged in and you won't be asked to log in again. If you get an error message when you try to log in using the credentials I've sent you, it may be because Google is seeing that you're already signed in with a personal or work Google account and it's confused about who you are. An easy way around this is simply to select Guest from these browser options in the top right hand corner. That opens a totally new browser window with no cookies, so it's not going to be confused. And then just to show you, if I navigate from here to the members area, members.integralalliance.org, it will ask me to sign in, which I'm going to do using this sign in with Google button, and the given email address and password. And that takes me to the home page. The home page has got a number of buttons which all act as shortcuts to various options. The buttons are arranged in 3 rows, which I'm going to go through now. And the heading of each row corresponds to this menu option above. There's disasters and disasters, and groups and groups. So to start with the first row, which is key information, there are options here which lead through to the same things under key info. So you'll see integral letter grants, members, countries, partners and sectors, and the same things here. In the second row called disasters, there are buttons which lead to options you can also find here under disasters. Now you have the option to go to our disaster monitor, to issue an alert, or to go to one of our current disaster sites. At the moment, these lead directly to our disaster sites in their current form. Eventually, the disaster sites will be integrated directly into this members area, and development for that starts almost immediately after this initial launch. Now, the disaster monitor, this option, is the only part of the site that requires different login details, and this is because it's run on a WordPress site, not a Google site. So with regards to your login and password for the disaster monitor, they've been chosen by you whenever you registered, and as such I don't have access to them in the way I do to Google passwords as a Google admin. So if you can't remember your login and password for the disaster monitor, you just need to choose lost your password option on the login panel. If you ask me what it is, unfortunately I won't be able to help you with that particular one. So in this final row of groups, there are buttons which lead to your groups page, and you have access to a page for each of the integral groups that you belong to. So you might be a member of the IMG, but potentially you're also a member of the CMG, the Content Management Group, and clicking on this button will give you access to as many groups as you have available to you. So in my case that's all of them, but for you it might just be the marketing group and the content management group, for example. So you select which group you'd like to see and off you go. Finally, if I come back to the home page, we have this button here, which is to search for your contacts. And I'll tell you a little bit more about that in one of the next videos. Finally, for this video, going back to the home page again, but it's on every page of the site, is the footer. And that we just have a link back to our main website here and to our Facebook page, as well as my email address. So if you have any problems at all, do feel free to contact me. So that concludes this video on navigating to the site, logging in and options here on the home page. Thank you so much for listening. Please don't hesitate to contact me, as I've said, using this address should you need any more help or should you have any questions. And if you've got the time, watch our next video, which leads you through all the different options under Key Info. Thanks for listening.